And we are finally back with another video. As you guys can see, we're just moving out the tractor and the neighbor's quad, which I got to fix for him. And we're gonna be working on the green Sea-Doo today. We finally got a scanner in. Now, we're also gonna switch the battery for that one, since I did put in a cheap replacement battery on the green Sea-Doo last winter or close to winter to test our blue one. Now, while switching the batteries, I had fixed the problem on that blue Trixx. I had it kind of standing 1 to 2 months during winter time. I started it once here in the garage, everything was fine. When I took it out to the lake, it would barely turn over, and I had the same issue as before, that my charge fuse was melting. It wasn't just like blowing, it was actually getting hot and melting. Now we had a friend come in from the Chaco that works with mechanic stuff, more so motorcycles and stuff, but he helped me clean all the contacts. We cleaned the contacts in the fuse box. We put it in a new battery, which is quite a nice battery. It's also double the price of what's in the green one. So we're gonna switch the green one's battery over to the same one as that one has. Hopefully with that, my blue Sea-Doo Spark is gonna stay fixed during the summertime. We'll see exactly how it's gonna hold up, if the fuse is gonna keep melting or if there's anything else that needs to be done. I had switched the battery from the green Sea-Doo over to that one. Now I don't know if it is pure coincidence, pure luck, that just over winter time, with the about a month of not using it, if that kind of brought the voltage down enough for it to get damaged enough for that old problem to pop up. But with the new battery, everything seems to be fixed, everything seems to be fine. So let's get the blue one out of the way and let's put that green one up in front to get working on that. So as you guys can see, that's the battery. We're just gonna remove these terminals. Now with this being the cheap battery option, as you guys can see, this terminal is absolutely terrible to work with. It has a bolt running through it with a nut on the other side. It's great to lose it, stuff like that. I'll show you guys the new one that we have. Now this strap on these Trixxes are a pain in the you know what. I'm not even gonna mention it. So we're gonna get that unhooked. Now I found that I've had to remove this connection here as well to get the battery out, because it is down here. So let's get that removed, get the battery out, and then get the new one placed back in. So we have the terminals off of the battery. It's now just time to remove this clamp. I think this is the starter relay, not starter relay. Not quite sure what it's called, but it's something to do with the starter. And 2, 3. It is a bit of a tight fit. There we go. And old battery out. As you guys can see, it has these kinds of terminals. So here we have the new battery. It is a Motobat battery. So it's I don't know if it's a new company here in Paraguay, but my friend has recently started using them on his carts and other stuff. So when I asked him for a suggestion, he suggested this one, since they sponsor him as well, so I guess it's a good reason to sell it. But at the same time, he said he's been really happy with it. The representative also said I could leave the jet ski 3 to 4 months without starting, without any issues. I don't really feel like testing that, but with that being said, there's a couple of things with this battery that I really like. For starters, it has connections on all 4 corners, which means even no matter which way you flip it, you have a positive and a negative on either side wherever you need it. So that's really great. And the next thing is, you guys can see it has threads already inserted into the mount itself, which means we only need a pack of screws, which I guess they're not in here, they have to be on my table then. But I can, with a bolt, I can just tighten it on here and be good to go. So I'm back. I had accidentally misplaced the little bolts myself. That was my fault. I had taken the battery out to the lakefront to grab a few pictures for Instagram from the new battery and the replacement. And since the little screws were in the way, I had removed them, tossed them into the quad thing, and kind of forgot about it. So that was my fault. But we're gonna use these two connectors, positive, negative. And as mentioned, instead of trying to fiddle with a little nut, washer, stuff like that, all you have to do, screw this in, and you're good to go. Now the great thing about this, you not only can do it from the top, but if you need to, and it's more comfortable, you also have the option to side mount it, which is really great. Love the amount of options you get for mounting the terminals onto this battery. So learning from the other mechanic, I did take a little bit of sandpaper, clean up the terminals slightly. Now these ones aren't all too bad. These ones actually look pretty good still, and after cleaning up especially. So those two are now done. Now let's get that battery in and hopefully get everything up and running so we can actually scan this. Now I'm wondering if I should get the scanner plugged out beforehand. I'm quickly gonna look that up, where that is located, and then we'll put the battery in. Okay, found the scanner plug, which I should be able to get to with the battery installed as well, but for easiness of the install later, we're gonna keep that out for now. Let's move this strap a little out of the way. Now I've heard some people just put some grease on it and keep the strap hooked up. We're not gonna do that. We're actually gonna place the battery in and then try to hook that strap up again. We're gonna get the battery strapped in, get the terminals hooked up with our little bolts. Also hook up the cable that goes from the battery to the starter, or the relay, I guess. It's not the relay is in the fuse box. The solenoid, I think it's what it's called. And then we're gonna get our laptop out, grab our scanner, and see what the error codes on the Trixx engine is. See if it's just the maintenance that's been overdue, like way overdue. Now it's not that we neglected maintenance. I did do the actual oil change and all of that stuff. I just didn't have anything to clear the codes for that, which I do now. So we're gonna clear that and see what else the Trixx engine lights are showing us. As you guys can see, the new battery is in. The strap is nice and tight right there. Terminals are connected up, good to go. And with that, I even fished out the little plug for the scanner, also right there. That one is nice and secure as well, that cable. So we're gonna get everything set up with the scanner. I'll show you guys the software. It's CandooPro, it's not the original OEM software. And then we'll check if everything is wrong with the jet ski or if it is just the maintenance codes that need to be checked. We are also quickly gonna just start it up once to see if the battery is good to go. As you guys can see, maintenance required is lighting up. Start it. It runs fine, but as soon as we do start it, the Trixx engine light does turn on. So to hook everything up, it's really simple. The Candoo scanner came with two cables. The CAndoo cable, as in the CAndoo connection that connects up to our scanner port. I guess the diagnostics interface, as it says it right here, and a USB cable for your laptop. Now you have to install the drivers and also their software onto your laptop. I will screen record the software as well. Once I have that open, I'll throw that up on the screen as well. But other than that, it's quite simple. It has the old computer monitor style connector. Not quite sure what they're called, but you basically hook it up. Now the one critique I would have for this, and maybe they have a reason for doing it this way over the another way, but their screws don't fit. So you kind of have to be careful not to knock it around too much. I guess you should be careful with the interface anyways. But you can't lock the interface into the actual cable, which is a little annoying because the screws are just barely out of reach. Now, USB cable, quite the standard printer cable. you just plug it in and you're good to go. We're gonna plug this part into, okay, let's quickly flip this around. You're gonna plug this into the computer. Right there. It lights up that it has power. And as you guys can see, with that, the cable already came disconnected. So that's the one complaint I do have about the interface. Not big, but it is a little bit annoying. Okay, with our software now open, there we go, everything's working, status good, torch level standard. I got the home version of this, not the shop version, which means I only have 4 VIN numbers, or I guess 4 vehicles, which I can use with this scanner. You can upgrade it, so like you can add more vehicles to it, but you do have a limit of 4 vehicles when you get the home version. You can get the shop version, which is drastically more expensive. This one I got for about, I think, $420. The shop version is closer to $1,800. Now I might upgrade it to an unlimited shop version if I in the future decide to go and fix others people's Sea-Doo as well, since you do miss a little bit of a person who can scan the Sea-Doos here. And I can also get different adapters for different models, or I guess different vehicles like Yamaha, Kawasaki, Polaris, stuff like that, Evinrude, Mercury, Suzuki, Honda. I can even do outboards if I'm not mistaken, or some outboards with it, other inboards as well. So that's why I kind of did go with the CandooPro over the proprietary Sea-Doo one. One was the price. Secondly, if I ever get a boat or something else, I can use the same interface. Just get a different cable, get the license for the other vehicle, and be good to go. So we will hook this up. I have no idea what I'm doing currently. So we're gonna hook this up to the scanner. And I don't have my key in. As you guys can see, it is right here. What I am gonna do is, on my laptop, do a vehicle, read vehicle, and see if it is gonna read it or if I have to turn it on. Now it looks like I'm probably gonna have to turn it on. It is not showing up. So let's give that a shot. Okay, I just turned it on. Now the vehicle activity is also blinking, which means I think I can go into here. And there we go. Oh boy. Okay, it's loading up everything. There is a new one. Would you like to use it? Yes, I would. And we are now good to go. Cool. Owner information, there's nothing on there for it. Keys, I have. Okay, that's a little bit annoying. Not sure what that is for. Faults, I have. Oh boy. Okay, not quite sure why it's glitching. Okay, faults. Exhaust temperature sensor. Fuel sensor disconnected. GPS signal loss, validation. Motor not powered, and IBR. And I'm guessing clear all faults. And okay, that's interesting. I just cleared all faults and they're not showing up yet, which means I am gonna do one more thing before I start anything else. Not quite sure where I do it, but vehicle. So total hours is 332 and 1 minute. Total hour cluster, not sure what that means, but 77 hours. Okay, I'm gonna find out where I can reset my maintenance code on this, and then we will see how we're gonna continue. Okay, so I may or may not have messed up with the laptop. I had screen recorded everything. I will still show you guys the software. I had screen recorded everything, There were some fault codes. I think it was the like exhaust temperature sensor and a few other little things that were throwing up the code. And I cleared all of it, started it up. The codes are now wiped, like they're good to go basically. And instead of saving that screen recording, I pressed delete. So that was my bad. I will see. I don't think I can recover it. We'll check that later, but that's probably gone. I have recorded a little bit of what it's doing now. I changed the service on it. I reset it again. Now I was hoping I could possibly put in the hours of when I did the service, and I couldn't do that. So I have put it on for now. I will try to do the service at 400 hours again. It's now at 330 and something. It was also stuck at 7,200 RPMs. The other one does 8,200. I'm not sure if that one has been tuned or not. According to my seller or the guy that I bought it from, it's not been tuned or touched. We're gonna put this one in the water now. I cleared everything, changed a few other things on it. I have now put kilometers per hour on this one. That one already had it. I put it into Spanish mode since we are in Paraguay. And we're gonna check it out, see how it works, see if it acts differently, see if any codes come back or not. And I will keep you guys updated. If I really, all I have to do is clear the codes, I'll be super happy. If they do come back, at least now we have a base on where to start, on what to check for. We'll see exactly how it goes. We'll put it in the water and then we will be right back. And we're back. I just went for a test drive. I had another little code running for a motor anomaly in Spanish, so I'm not sure what the code would be in English, but we're gonna start it up again. Everything is plugged in, good to go. Vehicle. I am recording the screen this time just to be on the safe side. Read vehicle. There we go. It's loading everything into it now. And there we go. 2 minutes of runtime, and defaults are. Start it up. Exhaust temperature sensor. That's the only thing that is showing up. I am guessing I am gonna have to order a new one of those. I will check here with my friend if he has one of those laying in the shop or not. If he does have one of those laying in the shop, I might just grab that one, test it on this, see if all the codes go away. Other than that, I only have one foul coat now, which is a lot better than the first time. I had quite a few, but that's the one that is currently showing up. I will get that sorted out, see if I can do anything about it. If not, then we are gonna order a new part, fix that, and we should be good to go for the summer with this one. I did notice a major improvements in the RPM range. Not exactly sure what it was that was causing that. I don't think it's really limp mode, because it has a lot of power. For me, like limp mode, I'm not sure if I've experienced it, because that I think is a lot slower. But I did notice, instead of my 7,200 RPMs, when I started out, I got up to 7,400, which was already an improvement. Like I only got up to 7,200 last time, but by the end of it, once it was a little bit warmed up, I got up to 7,900 to 8,000 RPM. So that's great news, which means this thing has the same amount of power as that one again. Just gonna get that exhaust temperature sensor fixed and we should be good to go. With that said, let's do a quick tour of the new garage. We have made some major updates. I know I haven't been online for quite a while, but as you guys can see right here behind me, we have new life jackets for the summer. We have everything from small to really big life jackets up to 150 kilograms, which is pretty big. And a huge thanks to House of Sports for their contribution. I got all of these at a pretty big discount since I ordered quite a few of them, and we have worked with them in the past for our wakeboard clinics. With that, we are still working on a way to mount these. Now that wake surfboard isn't mine. I've tried wake surfing on the jet skis. It's actually pretty fun, but you can't let go of the rope. Big downside, hopefully you can get a boat eventually as well, but still need to mount the wakeboard, the skis, and the paddles. Now I have mounted the actual kayaks that we have onto the wall, which is really handy. Also got a little bit of decoration up there. And our tubes. Now this tube we did get, I should say brand new, but it had been laying for quite some time. And as you guys can see right up there, let's just quickly zoom in, way up there, it's starting to rip. Not sure if it is focusing. Let's tap on it. There you go. Up there it is starting to rip, and also like down here. So I'm debating on whether I should switch to a different brand, because Airhead here in Paraguay is hard to find and really expensive. Now HO Sports, that one has been really good, but also like grabbing a double tube from them is also pretty expensive. But having them hung up there is really nice. Now that little cart down there, as you guys can see, is a little bit in the way, but I guess I kind of have to live with it. It's been really practical for yard cleanup. And yeah, other than that, we have the two jet skis, that one back there, this one right here. Those get parked right in there. I do need to clean up the back a little bit, but that's basically it for now. Really happy with the new life jackets. Also, I am considering putting some kind of dehumidifier in here. Not sure exactly how I'm going to do that yet, but we'll see how we'll figure out for the summer.